Hey guys, Deepo here for another video, and in today's video I will show you how to clear out essentially the crossing here. And this is where you find the the Wyrm's Rock Fortress, right? And this is where you find Gortash. Now what you'll find immediately is the bridge is lifted. So essentially what I've done is I've jumped down here, gone all the way around here, and there is a crack in the rock down there. And then essentially what happens is you come out on this end, right? So I'm not gonna show you the spoilers because there's an NPC there that you essentially need to interact with / rescue. However, then what happens is you can back out of the thing, which I recommend you do. So exit the same way you came, complete your quest, and then come up these stairs, right? And then all hell breaks loose here. There is gonna be a lot of NPCs, right? A lot that you have to clear. And if you're like me and you're playing on so if you're playing on tactician difficulty and you're running a melee setup like I have here, then you're in for a rude awakening, right? If you have a mage, this might be all easier, and I'll tell you exactly why, right? So what happens here is there is tons and tons and tons of enemies. So I have recordings which I'll show you. Unfortunately, I lost the recording of the first room. It bugged out. But I have recording of this room, and this room is where the majority are, right? And this whole hallway here is also filled with NPCs, and there's something like 6 of these, the watches, the steel watches, and they're gonna be the biggest challenge, right? So what you want to do essentially is, the way you can chase this is you can't take all of them all at once. It's just not possible. You'll get outrun. You run out of resources, you run out of abilities, and then you just won't be able to do it. So what I recommend you do is, see this passageway here, right? As soon as you come up these stairs, what's gonna happen is you're gonna enter into fight mode, and there's gonna be about 3 or 4 humanoids here, and 1 watcher and 1 watcher outside. So what you wanna do is you want to pop all your cooldowns and clear this room as fast as possible. There's a really annoying guy with a crossbow up here, and you want to smash him as soon as possible. Then once all the other NPCs start coming into here, what you want to do is you want to click on this passageway here, and you want to extract your whole party, right? And then use a short rest, right? And then you come up here, and then essentially what you do is you just clear out the remainder here. And then the way it's gonna look like will be like this. So as you can see here, I've exited. Let me just pause that. So I've come out that door, and I'm trying to sneak around, ultimately, without tricking anyone. So you want to clear it out room by room. So you want to do maybe that room first, or you can do the other room. It's essentially up to you which room you prefer to do, right? I personally prefer to do the room on the right first, which is down here, because it's a lot easier to do. And you can also do it without triggering anyone around. So you don't want to trigger that room to the left, right? You want to do the one on the right first, and then you want to go for the one on the left. So let's see what happens when you clear the one on the right. And this is how I've done it. You want to surprise attack him, clear him out. Apologies, sorry. You want to do the one on the left first, and then the one on the right. So the way you do it is you surprise attack him. Don't mind me. Bring all your party forward. I'll just fast forward to all of my parties there.
This is my happy place.
And then you want to position all your... They're all squishy here. They're all either archers or they're mages, right? So you bring your fighters in, or whatever it is you're running. And yeah, you just whack them. And this room is fairly straightforward to clear, right? They die fairly easy, as you can see here. And if I speed it up a bit more, it's just straightforward. Rinse and repeat, just clear them all out. Go for the mages first, because that despawns the elementals. And then, yeah, as I said, straightforward. Now, the tricky part is this part here, right? So the tricky part is this room here, because that room there has a lot more NPCs. So this is the room to the left. As you can see, I've pulled them all outside. I've dealt with the Steel Watcher. And what I'll try to do is pull of them, as many of them outside as I can. And then once all the ones from the outside are clear, you then want to go inside the room and just deal with the ones that are remaining. And there's going to be a lot of them, right? And you just clear them out one by one. So it's fairly straightforward, guys. I'm not going to show you everything. There's no need to waste your time. But as you can see, one by one, you just clear them out. Draw as many of them out as you can. And then once all the squishy guys are left, i.e. the archers or the mages, you just walk up to them and you just whack them, right? So to recap, let me show you the strategy again. Let me just pause this video quickly. So show you the strat again. What you do is you start off with this room here. Sorry. So you start off in this room because you'll be coming from that passageway there. Ideally, if you have a mage, you want to drop an AoE spell here where the red circle is. So that way, anything like the dagger spell works, or anything really that's a vortex spell, you want to drop it here at the door. So that way, when they'll rush in to kill you, you do AoE damage to them. As you can see, I'm running a melee party only. I don't have the luxury, and I don't really use any scrolls or any other abilities, right? So once you clear that room, you then want to sneak up around here. You want to avoid these guys to the right. You want to come into this room here, and then position your party around the doors here. So you want character there, you want another character there, and then you want two characters here, just hugging things so it forces them out. And then once they're out, you kill all the fighters, and then all that's going to be remaining here is going to be the archers and the mages. And then you do the same strat here. As you can see, all the fighters here, I've drawn them out and I've killed them. In the meantime, you also got to fight the steel watchers. What I recommend you do for them is you disarm them. So you use this ability here to disarm the great swords, and then it's straightforward. Otherwise, if you try and take on all of these guys at once and you're playing on tactician difficulty, it's just, I don't know, it's almost impossible, right? Unless they're using another cheat strategy. There's just too many of them, way too many. There's 6 steel watchers, and they alone will just overwhelm you, and they hit really hard, right? And then they explode, and you gotta move your party around. So anyways, let me know your thoughts. Also, let me know if there's a better strategy to do this. I found this worked for me personally. It was just, you know, rinse and repeat. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.